So the past 3 days I've been stressing to build this. It's okay. This is a logo I desperately made. Iota ION. It's a little pet project that actually started about a year ago already, but I didn't have the time to work on it. It's a extension to. Okay, let's start with a question. Who knows about WebRTC? WebRTC. It's technology for in your web browser to start peer-to-peer connections, so directly between two people or more people to send and receive messages. Basically, this is what we have been using for Iota Flash. Everyone knows what Iota Flash is? Cool. Oh, I see a no. Is that a no? Okay, so Iota Flash is just really short. It's a library for Iota to create and send and receive transactions to different parties offline. So, well, I can talk about it for hours, but we're not going to do that. We have 2 long minutes. So it's just, it's basically that. But the demo, which is what I built together with Louis Freiberg, works with WebRTC. And that's really cool because you can just, 2 guys can open up the link and connect to each other and send money to each other without the need for internet. Once they're connected to each other, it's not needed anymore. But there are 2 ingredients needed to establish WebRTC connection or a peer-to-peer connection. And one is a signaling server. That's basically a centralized server that gives you a token, a key, a random number, actually, to share to another party to make the final connection. And the other thing is too complicated. We're not going to go to that. But this signaling server often is a service provider. Could be like Google, could be Amazon, could be your own server. But it's not really decentralized. It's not really the Iota way. And I think about a year ago already, I had this discussion with Come From Beyond about how we're going to improve this. And then he said, yeah, we just need to do this signaling with Iota. And I totally agreed to that. But I didn't have much time after the Flash project. So I kind of left it there for about a year. And then like for 3 days ago, I was like, oh my God, we need this. So then I started building it. So yeah, that is basically, okay, I left a little note to my late night self. But that's basically it. I built Iota ION, but it's not just data transfer, because it is also very fast data transfer, because you only need the tangle for the connection. And why did I do that? Because I'm going to start with another question from the audience. What do you think is the most used use case for a distributed ledger technology? Not just Iota Tangle, but in general. What's the most used use case?
Data transfer.
I was going with settlement layer, but that's okay too. But yeah, it's a settlement, so transactions being finalized, which could also be data being finalized. But I really wanted to show a better, or no, not a better, but another totally different use case. So I was like thinking, why not an opening layer? Why not get Iota and allow this zero-value transactions to do this signaling? Because then you don't need a server anymore. Any online Iota node will do. Even if 2 guys are connected to a different Iota node, it doesn't matter. So that's what I built, and I'm afraid I don't have enough time to share this, but after the presentation I can try this out, because I made a VoIP application that works kind of like Skype. So if anyone wants to, we can do the first phone call over Iota. So about 5 minutes max, maybe. All right. So, okay. So if it's not going to work, then it's we just because I fixed it last night. So you can imagine how that was. So I bought a domain because I like to brag about things. It's like ION.ooo. So this is basically how it looks. It's really ugly, but the thing is really cool as it starts. So this is the website. I bought it for like $30. I couldn't resist. Let's start a conversation. So now you get this. Oh yeah, I'm paranoid, webcam on, okay. So now we have my webcam, and here we see the link. And basically, this link is just a random seed, actually. And with this seed, it creates an IOTA address where two people will send their signaling transactions to, so to speak. So now I'm going to share this link with someone who... There's a little bit of requirements to this. If you have Android or iPhone, if you have Chrome installed, then it works for 100%. If you have a laptop, you can use Chrome or Firefox. But that are the browsers that support WebRTC. So let's. I'm just going to make a QR code out of this. Right now for the beta, it's just one, because it's just, well, I mean two actually, but one after me. So if one person can try this, otherwise it's going to break. I tried multiple people, but it's not working yet because we need a different network structure. Okay, so now I'm going to open the console to see if something is coming through. So also what you see here is that my node is sent. Oh, we already got an answer, yo. Oh, here we go. Someone is joining. Someone is joining. So it's going to take a while. This is all IOTA. So this is basically IOTA Tangle bringing people together. It could also be machines, but right now it's people. So after a while, it should start showing a black screen, and then it should show the webcam. So we're just going to wait for that. It's always a try. I tried it. Oh, there we go. It's not. OK, so it's not working now. I could also try with my phone. So I'm just going to create a new link just to be sure. Because there's also like a beta thing right now. You can only use the link once. So this is something you can try this at home. By the way, it's not like don't try this at home. Like do try this at home. Especially I encourage you to, because I want. Oh, what's this? Oh, I did IOTA. I think it's still free, so go get it if you want. Okay. I'm just going to go to WhatsApp again. Oh, here, yeah. So, oh, now we're going to do stop. Oh, fuck, now is she going to click on that? Quick, 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 quick. Please don't read this, please don't read this.
Just type don't click.
So paste. Here we go. Okay, so now I'm on the link with my own. This is going to be very lonely, but let's see if it works. Just going to hold it away from the mic just to be sure. Okay, so here we go. So now it's doing basically the same thing as it did before. Yeah, we're now going to get something. This is, yeah, here we go. It's going to start. So, so this is all really fast because it's, well, it's not going through the tangle anymore. This is not a bad thing. This is actually a good thing because we opened the connection with the use of the tangle. Hi, guys. So we opened the connection with the use of... OK, I'm just going to turn this off. So we opened the connection with the use of the tangle. Damn it, why do you have so much RAM? So, OK. We're going to cut this out. All right, better. So we're going to use the tangle to open the connection, and that's basically what's happening. So what I'm going to do after this is, after the presentation probably immediately, I'm going to extract this code. I'm going to try to put it in a library, and it's going to be called ION. And it's going to be used for, well, I'm going to try to get it in Flash. And after that, we'll see. It can be used for anything like, well, Skype calls, multiplayer games, but also machine-to-machine communication. You can imagine that if you have large data to send, like a video, maybe CCTV streams or anything, if you have to make a transaction every time, it's going to be a bit much. But if you make a transaction a few times just to open a connection, Iota is going to be like Ethernet, just to pass the communication through. And maybe after that you can settle and put the remainder of the result of the video on the tangle, anything you want. So this is basically, I believe, a huge thing for Iota. And well, I'm finally happy that it's done, because I had it in my mind for a while, a year. So yeah, that's it. I think we're there. Are there any questions about ION? A few quick ones, yeah?
Why is it called ION?
It just popped up in my head. And the IOO thing is because the logo has like 3 circles. And I just typed in ION on name.com. I didn't really expect anything to be free, but then I saw the 3 O's and I was like, oh, that's nice. So yeah, it was like meant to be, actually.
You connect via the tangle, but then what? How secure is the connection between the parties?
Good question. The connection is, well, it's pretty secure in the sense that WebRTC has native encryption. So your calls cannot be like eavesdropped, but of course it's native. And as far as I am concerned, WebRTC is only in the closed source version of Chrome. So of course, as a paranoid person as I am, I'm not going to trust that. So I'm going to try to come up with some second encryption layer. The signaling data, which is basically like a manual how to connect to your computer, basically like how to hack your computer actually, that data is encrypted before it's being sent on the tangle, because the data that you're sending on the tangle has to be decrypted in a reversible way, because the other party has to know how to connect to you. But that data is encrypted and only readable by the persons you share the link with. So when you share the link, there's a random key actually attached to it, and that key is not being sent to the server. So if you click on it, the key is only known to your browser. So that part is already secured.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One more question in the back.
Goed. Ja, hallo. Dat videogesprek dat videocall that we just witnessed, was that decentralized, or is it not like that? It was peer-to-peer?
I wouldn't call it decentralized in the sense that the whole thing is decentralized, because we are, let's say we have a call, we are connected to each other. Mm-hmm. So it's more like, I would call it non-centralized, but the initial connection, which is normally completely centralized, because you have to connect to a provider that does the signaling for you, so the connecting of 2 entities, 2 people or 2 machines or multiple machines, that thing can go offline. But the part is now being done by practically any Iota node, so it is very hard to take that offline. So the connection is, of course, is decentralized, but the final talk we'll have is actually like more like non-centralized, so not decentralized and also not centralized, because it's a little bit in the middle. I don't really know how to call it, but I would say non-centralized.
Okay, thanks.
Harm, do you have a question?
Sorry.
I'm interested about that.
I actually don't have a question,
Oh.
but I'm pretty amazed by what you've built. So I would like another round of applause for you for what you did.
Thank you.
And also from the people from Speculation, because I read Discord during your talk, and they are pretty amazed by what you're doing.
Oh.
So I would like to ask you if you could pop up your QR code on screen, so people can donate directly to you, if possible.
Yeah. So the ledger donation, or
just a QR code, which works.
yeah, I will probably say do the ledger, because it's not just done by me. I'm also
Okay.
going to donate the 6 mega Iota or something.
That's even better. So perfect.
So
If you can put it up and leave it on screen for a few minutes.
it's going to make it bigger. Bigger the better, right?
Awesome.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we will indeed wrap it up because we're running quite out of time. Thank you so much, Peter.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Around a last one. No, leave it on. Because if you unplug, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's on. Yes. So you basically built the new Skype in 3 days. Thank you. That's.